Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so today I'm going to do probably 2 different reads. And the first one is going to be a Divine Masculine check-in and support. So let's dive in. I think I'm going to use a new deck, the Mystical Shaman Oracle that I got from Debbie. Thank you so much, Debbie. These are stunning. So I will tune into those in a minute. But first off, let's begin. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest and most beneficial information coming through for the incredible, amazing, superhero Divine Masculines. Like, isn't that the case though? We are all rising up to embrace our supernatural abilities. It is only natural though that we step into our spiritual powers. But we are just entering a time on the planet where we're remembering so many of the things that we've forgotten and seeing our potential in new ways that have never before been applicable. Like, this is uncharted territory. We've never passed the marker of ascension like this. We haven't collectively come into this frequency yet on the planet. So let's support the beautiful Divine Masculines in the becoming at this time. So thank you, Divine Creator. What is it that we need to see for the Divine Masculines on the emotional, mental, and physical levels? I'm only going to do 3 cards. I was going to go really deep into this, but I want to do a Divine Masculine reading. Actually, I'm going to do a Divine Feminine check-in after this for you, Divine Masculines, watching this, so that you can see where your DF is at. Okay, emotionally, we get 2 of Earth in the reverse. Mentally, we get the Lovers in the reverse. Physical realm, we get Page of Air in the reverse. I'm going to pull a Starseed Oracle for the spiritual focus, and then we'll get some clarifiers. What is it we can see for the spiritual? Simultaneity, non-linear processing, and epiphanies is the spiritual. I'm going to start there. Okay, so this is showing me that many of the things on the journey that the Divine Masculines that you have witnessed, that you have put on the back burner, the things that you have been curious about, the things that didn't make sense, even things before you met your twin, miraculous events, spiritual boons, things that you experienced that were between you and the divine, it's all coming back in a neat little package of awesome right now. So it all works together. You're beginning to see the threads through your life of energy that were layered, that seemed syncopated. Beautiful, Divine Masculine. So non-linear processing, you're pulling signs and synchronicities or awarenesses, lessons out of your multidimensional self. Things from early childhood, things from your teen years, things that you've gone through in various situations. You're curating your awareness out of those right now and having epiphanies, because it's all making sense. There are so many things that are all making sense now. Now that you're in alignment on this new level, it's all making sense. I keep hearing that. It's all making sense. It's like, for some of you wandering around your house or walking outside, you're going, it's making sense. Who do I tell? Ooh, I just heard your Divine Feminine comes to mind, that you want to talk to your Divine Feminine about this. Wow, beautiful. Okay, let's pull a few clarifiers here. Wasn't going to use this deck, but we will. Okay, so about your spiritual epiphanies right now. What does the divine want the divine masculine collective to know about everything that's making sense right now? Oh. Spirituality is its own reward, I just heard. Wow, we get the twin flame union card here, the Four of Wands. It is in the reverse. So part of the epiphanies are, wow, look at these cards. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm just going to hold them all up at once. So this is the divine message. The destined path is this union, but this screams journey. Like the destined path is in the distance. Union in the reverse means it's on the table, but the stability, the tensegrity hasn't been totally seen. I believe what I'm picking up on here is the divine masculine willingness to collaborate, to unify with the divine feminine. So this is kind of the distance between actual heart-centered, full, willing union and where it might be at now, or the potential seen in the connection. And this is the destined, the bit of a distance still in the future, the gap that needs to be bridged. So that's this energy. So there is a very high level of clarity for the divine masculines spiritually, seeing where you are, where you would be if you were in union. It's like cross-triangulating energy and non-linear processing. So I'm feeling a deep sense of spiritual, like of emotional relief related to this, because it's like the pressure coming off. This is the magic answer for the pressure to be removed because of the way the journey is multidimensional and it ping-pongs through experiences and counterintuitive choices and all of that. This is the permission to let it be multidimensional, let it be what it has been, and know that no matter how three-wheel dump truck it's been in the past, it's right on track. Okay, and then we get the Lovers, the Son of Cups, and the Moon in the reverse. So this is, you know, we do have on the conscious mind, we have the Lovers as well. I'm going to get into that a little bit. But spiritually speaking, energetically speaking, we have this awareness of the grand plan, the awareness of, you know, that bridge, that gap that needs to be closed. There is awareness of the elegance of the design of the grand plan, the divine plan. There is a recognition of the elegant design in the fabric of reality is what I'm getting here. And it's a celebration of love. It's like a heart chakra opening here. It does feel like there is a magical clue that's been seen, a key that's been seen. The Moon in the reverse is secrets coming to light. So this is the mystery, the great mystery. This is the divine feminine revealed. The Moon energy is the sacred divine feminine cycles. Moon energy is a quickly cycling energy compared to the solar, the masculine, which is an annual time clock. The Moon is a monthly time clock. And so the mystery of the rapidly cycling feminine energies and how that has left the masculine unnerved a little is being seen. Kind of the rolling with the punches kind of energy, because from a masculine perspective, the feminine is volatile because of this more rapidly cycling energy. So until there's mastery in the divine feminine, that animal self cycles through the moon cycles and creates a little bit of an instability wave form. But there's hope here because the divine feminine energy is truly aligning with the eternal, which is inspiring these epiphanies about how the clockwork works, there's a key here. There's something, a catching stride, like a grand cosmic hint to the hero's journey, not the insecure energies of the 3D karmic kind of world. It's like a big veil has been lifted all of a sudden spiritually for the divine masculines. This is really cool energy. Okay, let's ground this out with some more down to earth things. So the Two of Earth, Two of Pentacles in the emotional realm, this is all about juggling, not wanting to juggle anymore and wanting to put clear, steady steps forward. So this speaks of a baseline having been reached already, an intention being set emotionally, divine masculine. So if you've said, based on this spiritual awareness of the connection, if you said, I am now willing to go forward in my highest timeline direction, then you have started already taking steps towards the connection, towards things in your own life. Let's see, 8 of Wands, awesome. Towards reading energy is what I just heard. So the 8 of Wands is a card of signs and synchronicities. It's Cupid's love arrows, but it's also telepathic communication between counterparts. So for many, you have begun sincerely aligning with the validity of the energetic connection. You're trusting that you can send your energy, that you can receive energy, that you have a conduit between you and your divine counterpart, and you are seeing the growing connection. Pentacles are like, well, they are money, and I've always said that money, finances, material realm things are conduits for intention. It's a metaphor that houses the motives and intentions, desires, energy of manifestation. It's a directional tool that allows for a physical representation of those energies to be exchanged. As we up level, money will not be such a thing. And so these energies that are being shown here, the emotional currency, this is about directional flow. This is about investing in things. This is about reading what the material realm offers in way of the container it is for what we invest in, what we believe in, what we feel connected to. We're reclaiming the, I heard gluttony of fame and fortune, and transmuting it into now channeling purity, perfection. Perfection meaning only the things that are in alignment with authenticity, and allowing the yes to be yes and the no to be no, accurately, speaking from heart, because it's right. So there is this emotional peace coming in, a permission, an emotional settling into trust and safety, and a soothing energy coming in, because energy doesn't lie. And there's not so much pretending. The masks are dropping, and so it is what it is. There's not keeping options open because there's clarity. This is beautiful, divine masculines. I know that there are divine feminines cross-watching, so I'm actually just going to pull some support cards for the divine feminines that are watching here. So let's see what that means for the divine feminines. This understanding of the conduit of energy through the 3D and how energy and intention flows. What do we need to see for the feminines? Magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming a reality. Stay focused. So this is the connection between you and your divine masculine beginning to come into the physical and represent accurately the love that is exquisitely alive in the 5D, as the masculines, as you divine masculines are tapping into the connection between energy and experience, manifestation. Divine feminines, you are beginning to see, or will begin to see, coordinated efforts in the 3D. Oh my goodness. Okay, on the conscious mind we have the Lovers. So divine masculines, this is, so we talked about this a little bit in the beginning here, seeing the elegance of the divine design. So consciously you're choosing to investigate that a little bit further. Consciously you're choosing to, oh, I just heard, see the Fibonacci sequence, see the golden ratio. You're choosing to see the love that is the order of the universe, the elegance of the physical world, the natural world. You're beginning to see and have it illuminate to your consciousness the fabric of love that is inherent in all things, even these journeys, even the twin connection. For you divine masculines who are watching this, I'm hearing well done. Well done that you are seeing love, the pattern of love, the fractal, the love fractal on all levels of reality being revealed, including the elegance, the simultaneity, the non-linear occurrences in your twin connection. It's all making sense. It's cohesive on every level of reality, on every focus of perception. There's cohesion, the fabric of love. It's pretty psychedelic what I'm being shown, but it is that mind-blowing. That is a form of enlightenment, the multidimensionality, where you can actually see the connectivity, the unified field theory. Ooh, love. Love is the unifying theory. It's not a theory. It's real. It's exquisite. Divine masculines, the love that's been on your heart has been justified. You're seeing that. You're seeing that it is this is absolutely conscious. Divine masculines watching this, you are awake. So welcome home into this form of reality, divine masculines. This is exquisite. It's stunning. So let's see, let's clarify further. Can we possibly clarify this further? Ace of Wands. So this is the never to go back to the way things were again, because not only have you been witnessing reality in an ultra conscious way all of your life, divine masculines, but now you're embodying it even within love connection and believing you can actually explore, exemplify this as a living testament to the splendor within a love relationship, that you can actually have a sacred, I feel like a welling up of emotion here, because this is a mind blow. This is an absolute mind blow moment where the love hits, where the consciousness reaches a frequency where there's like a supernova of recognition of what can be possible in love, that things are about to get really good. For anybody watching this video, I'm feeling, this is the unattainium, but this is sustainable. When two or more are gathered in this name, it's sustainable. We've often, as divine seekers, we've often wanted this level of connection. We've felt like it must be possible. I'm seeing this in a new reality as a new relation or a new realization for you divine masculines on a level that has never felt so real. I'm giggling because I'm switching the word surreal to so freaking real in my brain right now. It's stunning. Okay, Page of Air in the physical realm. So this can mean spying or not spying. This is a sneaky little card because I sometimes get a spying energy from it on the upright, and I sometimes get a spying energy from the reverse. So like literally for half of you divine masculines, you're still spying and holding out and watching your divine feminine somehow, whichever way you can. In the reverse, it can mean that you're putting that shady behavior behind you and you're getting ready to actually interact with the real deal, with the real feminine, not a reasonable image that you're creating to learn this whole thing from behind the scenes. It's like this energy of wanting to actually engage. But let's clarify. What can we see for the Page of Swords? We get Temperance in the reverse and the Moon in the reverse again. So this is that deeper level, the mystery of the divine feminine being revealed. Because you know what? Surprise, you have it within you, divine masculine. You already know this attribute within you that does calibrate. And I'm feeling a mother thing here. So the divine masculines who were blessed and fortunate enough to have incredibly loving mothers that didn't have hormonal challenges, that were present, that did not break the trust, you had an advantage here because you've been saturated with believing in love. We also have the Temperance in the reverse showing deep trauma, and so it could be a sudden reconciliation with mother trauma here, with mother healing, with a realization that there has been such a deep level of disintegration in the physical that has not, this is the original separation wound. This is like core abandonment issue stuff. Whatever you're seeing or researching, divine masculines in the physical, so this doesn't necessarily have to even be your divine feminine, although the magic of these connections is your divine feminine represents exactly the diabolical perfect storm to catalyze you into falling back in love with the feminine energy. And that does differ from mother energy, I want to say, because whether you're, whatever gender you are, we get kind of dispersed after the mother, but we all have a mother. We all have a mother. So in that sense, it's the original feminine energy interaction. And I'm hearing some of you saying, but my mother was more masculine. It could have been disintegrated feminine energy masquerading as masculine energy. It can swap around like that. And I don't want to dig myself into a hole. We all have a mother. We all experience the polarization of energy within ourselves until we balance out. And externally, we need those to have a charge, to have connection. Things pair, things twin all throughout the cosmos. There is a dynamic twinning. The galactic center has a pair. The way energy flows between galaxies and stars, it's a plasma cording of twinning energies. Everything pairs up. Everything has equal and opposite reactions. So I'm going to bring it back in. So whatever this card represents, it's twofold. It's the study of the divine feminine in your connection. It's also the study of the illusion of separation, the original separation wound, the abandonment issues. it's shocking to be born into the 3D. As a spiritual being, it's shocking. It's shocking. I am an interesting one because I remember being born. I remember past lives. I don't really talk about this a lot, but I remember uttering my first deliberate sound. I remember what it feels like to walk. I remember when I learned to walk and talk that I remembered it from past lives. I remembered remembering the feeling of it and doing it based on memory from my previous life. And so I'm getting that feeling for you, Divine Masculines. You might be remembering you've been at certain places before. This is when the simultaneity and the non-linear and the epiphanies start coming in. That you're getting your land legs. You're coming into your spiritual own. Your Akashic records are opening on a new level. Your past life memories are coming in. Your remembrance of the galactic love is coming in. And you had to go through this doorkeeper of the feminine healing, which was the original separation portal that brought you from non-physical to physical form. So if you're watching this and you haven't recognized that yet, this is a major key for your healing here, is to really step into understanding how coming into physical form and then being bombarded by the paradigms of the world have written an operating system in you that is being removed through the ascension process, the layers of that imprinting, the layers of the conditionality, the limitations, the connotations, the judgment, the separation. All of those fear-based separation paradigms are being revealed. And the healing can happen when we see it. When we see things for what it is, this healing can happen. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. So beautiful. So I'm just trying to decide what to do here. I did say I was going to do a Divine Feminine read-in, but I want to get one more card for the Divine Masculines. Let's do this deck from Debbie. So what do we get? Divine Masculines from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Andean Cross. Okay, I'm going to go to the guidebook for this. And then I'm going to read some, or I'm going to do some cards to show you where your Divine Feminine is at. Divine Masculine. Okay, so the Andean cross represents the cosmology of the shaman. It depicts the 4 cardinal directions, the upper and lower worlds, and the steps to reach these realms. The hole in the center is a gateway to interdimensional travel, the proverbial eye of the needle where all can go through to experience higher states of awareness and wisdom and to break free of linear time. Oh, how perfect. How perfect. Yeah, it's all coming in. All of it coming in. Everything is simultaneous on all levels, all universe planes, all timelines. Everything is not what it seems, and everything that you can dream. Divine Masculines. The Andean cross announces the start to a great journey. It's time to raise your gaze from the mundane day-to-day to that which, until now, has seemed beyond your grasp. Allow new wisdom to guide you and stop trying to make sense of it all before you respond with a resounding yes. The time has passed and the window of opportunity has closed. Now is not the moment to take the leap that you've been over-preparing for. It's best to wait until conditions in heaven line up again to offer you a more propitious moment. I don't think I've propitious. I don't know. I don't know. Never said the word before. I'm going to Google it. Any bold action you take. So I'll read that again. It's best to wait until conditions in heaven line up again to offer you a more propitious moment. Any bold action you take now will require tremendous effort on your part. Just as important as knowing when to act is knowing when to return to your inner stillness and wait for more favorable times. So that's the medicine. So, we always want what we don't have. So divine masculines, don't worry that you've missed things. I think this card is kind of it's a coded message of invitation is what I'm getting here, because the medicine portion that I read last seems to, in a subtle way, contradict the every-when, the potential, the proverbial eye of the needle that the essence and invitation spoke to. So while it's a paradox, you can step through the center of this into the multidimensionality, which brings every potential to you. And yet the medicine suggests you missed the boat with something divine masculine. And so letting go of that allows you the freedom to understand it will come back around, and you can choose more wisely the next time. Or you can immediately set your intention to manifest something that you feel you missed out on. I'm seeing all of you beautiful divine masculines playing with space and time in a malleable way, like directing energy here, figuratively, on the mind space by dreaming and envisioning and forgiving and loving unconditionally and seeing the way where the way looked impossible to begin with, or at various other times. Wow. Okay, let's dive into the divine feminine reading for you divine masculines and see what we can look at for the divine feminines. Just trying to figure out which decks to use. Okay, we'll do these. Thank you, Divine Creator, for showing these amazing divine masculines where their divine feminine is at. What are the divine feminines thinking in the collective? What are they feeling on the heart space? What are they wishing for in the connection? What actions are being taken by the divine feminines at this time? What is the biggest challenge for the divine feminines? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? And where is the connection going in the near future based on the energy of the divine feminine's free will? Okay. I've got it here. So what are the divine feminines thinking about the journey? Justice. And the Lovers in the reverse. So on the conscious mind, you're mirroring each other. Same card and both in the reverse here. So it's justified. The divine feminines can feel you. They are the high priestess aspect of the twin dynamic. They know. They know. They know. True twin flames have this connection. True twin flames know they are not crazy. True twin flames have faith and love and trust, and there is such a profound mirroring here. This is on the mind space of the feminines, and we just got this willingness sermon for the mind space of the masculines with the exact same card, and the feminines are saying, now that's what I call coming correct. So divine masculines, that is all your divine feminine has wanted, is your profound willingness on the deepest level. That's the requirement. That is what's required. And that is what justifies the connection. You have to be qualified in order to think of it. That is the most sincere qualification. Divine masculines is having the idea originate from your own free will knowing. That's the prerequisite that justifies your connection. And it must be mutual. So if you are a masculine or a male in the DF energy, it is likely that your divine masculine, who may or may not be same-sex or female, is coming into the understanding that they mutually want to choose this. So if you're a man who's a DF watching this, it may be flip-flop. Take it how it resonates. But regardless, both counterparts are mutually choosing this connection And the divine feminines know that is what justifies it. What is on the heart space? Oh, reunion and the Four of Swords, resting. So we just got the paradoxical info on that mystical shaman card that every potential is available, but a window of opportunity was recently missed. This is resting before reunion. The divine feminines know that it's only a matter of time. They trust your connection. For true twins in this collective, we are at a stage of anticipation where we are resting up before the reunion comes in. So divine feminines, they know. They know on the heart space what they want, what they deserve, what they're worth, who they want it with, who they see as a valid, worthy partner, and they're waiting, they are resting while the transformation of the divine masculines takes place. You know, this is a very beautiful card because we've got the hibernation of the bears here. In the northern hemisphere, we're just going into fall, and bears are going to start hibernating. So for some in the northern hemisphere, this might indicate the spring. Southern hemisphere, you might be awakening to this already, even though maybe bears don't apply. It's still this beautiful acknowledgement that the spring of the connection will come and you will have your day for reunion. So the divine feminines know that the cycles of nature, the stages, the necessary integration phases. The Four of Swords is also a card of integration of spiritual awareness. And so the divine feminines are allowing for the peace to come in that transmutes the heartache into recognizing the lessons, celebrating the progress, adoring the process. It's reminding me of something, you know, there are children on this reunion card, the Six of Cups. This is a card of play. And if you can, as twins watching this, move your worried minds and hearts into an attitude of play, that you have been gifted this experience in this life, that you have found love like this, that you've found this kind of secret garden, begin to play in it. Cherish it for what it is and have fun with it. I'm thinking of 1 Corinthians 13 again. But love is not boastful. So, you know, you don't have to proclaim it through ego, but play, relish in it, let it support you, let it fuel, let it be your secret muse until it's time. At least let it put a sneaky smile on your face. What is the wish for the divine feminines? Knight of Wands. They want more than the hot and cold ghosting. They just want it to be real. They do not want to be ditched again. They don't want to be left for dead, backstabbed, led on, uplifted and dropped without a parachute. They don't want that anymore. I'm just hearing the divine feminine say, can we get real already? Easier said than done, though, because the divine feminines know that their fear has also sabotaged the connection. Fears coming in, worries, insecurities, concerns, nervousness. So many, though, on the journey, especially those that have been on it for a while. I do have a beautiful rush of new people just waking up since last fall and this spring. You precocious bunch that see my channel, because most of the people that I'm dealing with pretty much woke up to the twin connection, the divine feminines anyways, to a deeper extent in 2018, 2019. But I'm seeing a whole bunch of people coming in since 2020 and 2021. And so, you know, we are getting to a threshold marker where no matter when, 4 decades ago or this spring, it's all coming up to the finish line together. It's like we're all holding hands, running over the finish line together. The world is becoming a pretty cool place, everybody, and divine feminines are, you know, really at that place of saying no more to this stuff, no more to the fear of the world, no more to being treated as less than sacred. And this is truly the divine feminines letting go of being treated as an option, being breadcrumbed, sitting in wishful thinking for emotionally unavailable people. So divine masculines, your feminine doesn't want you at all costs. Your feminine wants the real you in workable ways, not a fantasy. This is the first love connection that you've experienced, divine masculines, where your feminine doesn't want your mask. That's codependent AF. If you have somebody that you genuinely know is in love with your potential and willing to take you the way you are without wanting to offer you any kind of feedback or, you know, watch out for those ones. What is the divine feminine action at this time? Knight of Cups and Queen of Cups, holding the love. This is a masculine energy. The Knight of Cups is historically a male. And you know what I'm feeling is the union within. Divine feminines are self-soothing, providing that love so that they can just hold unconditional love. They're providing that love to themselves, filling up their own cup within, good on their own, balanced out without expectation, so they can just, you know, honor their truth, regardless of what you say, divine masculine, regardless of what anyone says. They've become a rare gem, and even more, I'm hearing outspoken and brightly shining about it. They just are them, unapologetically. And they are holding that light. So divine masculines, if you haven't come forward to your divine feminine yet, that is an indication, that last group of cards there, that your divine feminine has not wavered from the love. Despite anything that you think you've seen in the 3D about whether or not your feminine is invested in the connection, this is au contraire. Your divine feminine is sitting in every drop of that love that has ever been there for you. The blessing and the curse of the divine feminine intuition is that your divine feminine has felt and been awakened to and been simmering in this love the whole time. I'm hearing the beautiful divine masculine collective saying, so have we. Thank you. Okay, what's the biggest block? Wow, this is a really sweet emotional reading. Okay, what is the biggest block for the feminines? Oh, the heartache and justice. Here we have justice again. This, you know, I've not been getting the justice card, except for, here we have it again, except for recently. So this justice, the block is feeling that this heartache will be justifiably healed, that it will happen. It's like being agnostic. The feminine's challenge is staying open, keeping the heart open. Staying agnostic. Okay, what is the spirit guided solution? The Emperor and the 5 of Swords. Oh, divine feminines watching this, your emperor, king of all kings, is mastering their free will. The divine says, divine masculines watching, you're doing well. This is a little heads up from the divine that you are succeeding in mastering your mind, in mastering your action and deed, mastering your tongue, mastering your free will so that you are trustworthy, so you trust yourself. So divine feminines, your masculine is rising to the challenge, is on the hero's journey, is victorious, is truly overcoming the lower. It will be justified. The divine says it will be justified. The emperor has arrived. I just heard the emperor has entered the building. And the divine is saying that the building is the foundation of the heavens. The new foundation. This reading is like, whew, I think my heart chakra is giving the Grinch a run for the Grinch's money. Where are the divine feminines taking this connection next? Two of Cups and the Hierophant. Wow, this is profound mastery. Even though both of these are in the reverse, this is the divine feminines waiting. Like, wait for it. Wait for it. They know, masculines, that you are coming. They know that you are rising to this love. And they're not hurting themselves by overreaching, getting ahead of themselves, being attached, expecting. They're not going into that crazy making energy anymore. They're waiting until it's justified. They're waiting until the divine says it's here. They're waiting until it is revealed right in front of their eyes. They're waiting until you are in union to say they knew it all along. They're not in denial. They're not running. They're not chasing. They're holding the love and waiting to say they agree when the time is right, when it is truly divinely guided and justified. Wow. Okay, let's get a Starseed Oracle for everybody. Temple of the Moon Goddess. So I said for everyone, and you know, we had the moon in the reverse twice, was it? Here we have the Temple of the Moon Goddess again. So emotional transparency, nurturance, and grace. I just heard everybody is in store for some get down and real conversations for once in many, many lifetimes. This is the lifetime of unity, of unification for the twins. I'm hearing that all of the twins have lived multiple lifetimes preparing for this lifetime, and if we had any idea how sacred and rare these now moments on the planet are, we would never feel sad about our journeys. We would never be confused. We would be so excited that we're seeing the initial stages of that coming in, regardless of how much confusion or pain or healing or processing we've had to do. If we truly saw what was unfolding through these journeys, we would only shed happy tears, which is what I'm doing right now at the reality of this stuff. Oh my goodness, I just love you all so much. This was probably the most surreal, so freaking real reading I've ever done. Love you. Bye for now.